You're good.
I'm really excited that we're honoring the 20th anniversary of 9/11 tonight. I think it was a great idea, and a lot of people had a hand in trying to get this off the ground. So thanks to everybody that we get the opportunity to, have a remembrance tonight of, what I told our football team last night was probably the biggest event in a negative way that ever happened in my lifetime. I looked at the football team last night and no one was even alive in 9/11. So we spent a little bit of time talking about the attacks and what it meant on our country and how united our country got at that time. We kind of compared it to COVID that our kids are living through right now, but COVID has really divided our country. As horrific as 9/11 was and the lives that were lost, one thing I reflect on is how bonded we became as a country and how we were Americans at that time. For me personally, I lived in New York City. I was probably at the top of the Twin Towers 15 times with family and friends that would come to visit. My wife and I were at the Twin Towers 2 months before the attack. So it really hit home to me that day. It was pre-internet, so as we were getting information, it was really Today's Show, Good Morning America, piecing together everything that happened. As all of us around my age know where we were when we first heard of 9/11, when we heard of the attacks. And I was in Baxter Community Schools on second floor right outside of my office, and a teacher came in and told me a plane had struck the Twin Towers. I felt like it was probably a newscaster helicopter or a little plane, and as things crept in, we realized that our country was under attack and really has changed our country. 20 years later, we're a different country because of those attacks. It's the only time we've been attacked on our soil outside of Pearl Harbor. I think that's pretty meaningful. As we watch shows this week, it's amazing what first responders do and how they put their lives out there for people. That day, it was crazy what New York City Fire Department did, what the ambulance people, doctors, just how everybody came together in a horrible event. But I'm happy we get to do this tonight just to remember how great our country is and just remember how strong we can be. So thanks.
Tonight I'd like to send a tribute and thanks to my dad and brother Vance and Clayton Weltha, who have served as both firefighters and EMTs/sheriff reserves in the Baxter and Jasper County area. Thank you all, and go Bolts.
This message is from myself, my immediate family, my extended family, members of the Baxter Congregational United Church of Christ, and of course many members within the Baxter community. We just wanted to take a quick moment to say thank you to my dad, Greg Christensen, for not only his service as a sailor in the United States Navy from 1973 to 1977, but for his years of passion and dedication that stretch well beyond his years in the Navy. One of my favorite memories of my dad in regards to his role as commander in the American Legion is the constant Veterans Day program that I knew would always happen from my kindergarten year at Baxter all the way up until my senior year at Baxter. I knew that morning we would all be assembled in the gymnasium and my dad would give an energetic good morning and expect that same response and that same level of passion from the students that that were there. And well beyond that, thank you for all of the Memorial Day services, ensuring that all of our veterans that are laid to rest in all of the rural cemeteries around Jasper County, ensuring that they have a flag at their tombstone, all of the pancake suppers and fundraisers for the American Legion, for marching in the Baxter Fun Days Parade, for ensuring that there are soldiers at every military funeral, for once again being the commander of the American Legion for, I believe, 20 years, potentially more than 20 years. There's so much that we're all thankful for in regards to the sacrifice that you've made and the dedication that you've shown, Dad. So from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of all of our hearts, thank you, and we love you.
Our next tribute tonight is from Jennifer Brindle for her son Noah Brindle. Jennifer says, Noah Brindle was just 4 months old when 9/11 happened and was too little to remember it then, but old enough to stand up and fight, protect, and serve our country now. I am so proud of his strength, courage, heroism, bravery, and endurance. I am thankful for the son I raised and the man he has become. Love, his mom.
I saw Baxter was doing a military, first responder, police, firefighter, EMT night. And I knew I had to submit something because my dad, Jerry Ratliff, fits in almost every single one of those categories. So to the man that does it all, thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. Go Bolts and go Cyclones.
Sergeant Ace Etheridge joined the Iowa Army National Guard in 2016 and re-enlisted in 2021. His MOS is 92F. Sergeant Veronica Stevens enlisted in the Iowa Army National Guard in 2007 and is currently serving in Iraq. She is in the Combined Joint Task Force Operation Inherent Resolve. Lisa Etheridge is very proud of both of them. Mickey Speaker submitted these two tributes. Mickey says, this is my son Shadow with his nieces Sierra, Charlie, and nephew Miles. He is a 2007 graduate of ADM High School. He was a two-time All-State football, state track, Drake relays, and missed going to state and wrestling due to illness. He went to Iowa Central to play football for 1 year and also came home and joined the Army. He was in headquarters in Des Moines. This is my son Wyatt and his family, wife Christina, children Hugo and Quinn. Wyatt is a 2005 graduate of ADM High School. He was an all-state football player, state wrestler, star track, and Drake relays. He spent 1 year playing football at Iowa Central and decided to join the Army. He spent one tour in Iraq. Thank you both. Molly Bodorf wrote in to say, I would like to honor the memory of Vance Weltha and Janie Smith. I learned so much from both of them over the years, and I appreciate the knowledge they shared with me and all of my fellow EMTs on the hundreds of calls we responded to. We were honored to serve next to them both. We lost them both way too soon, and they are missed every day. Being EMTs in a small town is one of the most rewarding but devastating jobs one can have. It's an honor to be able to care for members of our community when they are in need, but also heartbreaking in situations out of our control. Thank you for your support over the last 10 years to Jennifer Booth, Robin Hanson, Sally Seeley, Lindsay Sampson, Clayton Weltha, Shelley Eatwell, Brock Hansen, Nate Popenhagen, and many other members that have come and gone through the years. Molly also writes, thank you to my dad, Stephen J. Fredrickson, for his service in the U.S. Navy from 1963 to 1967. He loved living in Baxter and being involved in many groups and clubs. He was a member of the choir at Bethany Church, a member of the Garden Club, the American Legion, Book Club, was a city council member, business owner, and he and my mom were known for their epic Halloween parties back in the day. He loved to help others and would drop everything to help anyone in need. We miss him more than words. Susan Holsinger wrote in to say, my son, Master Sergeant Grant Crandall, and daughter-in-law, Master Sergeant Haley Crandall, and son-in-law, Sergeant First Class Brett Cherry. Grant signed up for the Air Force 2 days after 9/11 and went in after graduating that next May. He and his wife met in the Air Force and are making it a career. Brett also signed up for the Army right after graduation, and he was blown up in Afghanistan by a suicide bomber 12 years ago and still re-enlisted. He is also making it his career. I am very proud of all of them.